The Altier clan spent nearly 2 years working with the Western Empire. It was time to rest. They had done everything they could and learned all that was possible under the Western Empire, participating in large battles, sieges, and defending great swaths of territory. They felt capable, they felt confident, but something was missing. During their rest in Poros, the clan had discussed that they needed a home. They needed a place to set down and plan for their future. They knew they wanted to make a big effect on the world, but they had to start in one spot and go from there. The Western Empire was corrupt, and there were many problems from within, eating away at it. They had seen this in every faction that was out there. They couldn't serve under any particular lord, because none of them cared about the world as a whole. They only cared about their own power. The plan was to head west. Between the lands of Landia, the Azurai, and the Western Empire, lied a couple of territories that were constantly changing hands. The people were unhappy, and they sought a new ruler. And unfortunately, they were desperate. There were a couple of would-be nobles that took advantage of the people's desperation and assumed control of the town. And so Artesia officially fell under control of would-be nobles that were no better than bandits. And for the Altier clan, this was their chance. And so the Altier clan respectfully quit their contract with the Western Empire. They gathered their things and left quietly in the night. In less than a week, they'd be at the gates of Artesia, sieging it on behalf of its citizens. It was time to give them something to fight for. The militia stood down, and all that stood before them were the troops of the false leaders. Now, unfortunately, what we are seeing here is the final battle and the final scenes of this series. During my last play session, I was on a 4-hour session, and in the middle of a save, the power went out. Not only did I lose the entire recording, but it also bricked up 3 of my save files. 3 save files, all the most recent ones, are completely corrupted and unrecoverable. To explain how bad that is, it's about 16 hours worth of work on my part. And that's just from the gameplay aspect. That's not even recording and editing. What you're seeing here is actually 2 years later in our game from when we last left off in the last video. All of the adventuring, all of the roleplay stuff, everything has been completely lost, unfortunately. And the only reason why I have this footage here is because I accidentally did a double recording when I hit the wrong hotkey. And so I'm honestly at a loss of what to do right now with this campaign. I don't have enough time in the real world to actually make up for this lost time and still keep putting out YouTube videos. And I need to try and keep putting out at least 1 video a week, which I can't do if I'm trying to play catch up on this save file. So I think my best bet is going to be to put this campaign on the back burner for a little while. We will for sure see the Altier clan once more, but I think it's going to be a while until that happens. Now, just to kind of show you guys where we were at in this campaign, I want to show you guys. We were currently up to 18 clan members, or family members, plus 6 companions. And all of our family members that were able to be were pregnant, which means we were actually about to get a whole bunch more kids as well, and we were just about ready to start our own kingdom. The only thing we were waiting on was to reach clan tier 4. And unfortunately, that's all I have for you today. This was a very depressing episode to make, but I feel like I needed to do it and not just leave the campaign ended where it was. So for those of you that have watched up to this point, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this campaign, please let me know down in the comments below how much you'd like to see these guys in the future, and if you'd like to see them in a different campaign, or maybe we could just switch to a different campaign setting altogether. We could try one of the overhaul mods and try a different map and different series, like the Europe 1100 seemed like a decent one, and there's also a couple out there that are a little bit more fantasy themed, which could also be fun to do. But why don't you guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys would like to see next from Bannerlord. And while I'm working on stuff, I'll take into consideration your comments and then go from there. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.